I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to pull no punches here. I believe in keeping it totally 1000% authentic when I do my videos. When I first heard a couple of weeks ago, maybe roughly about a month ago, from Buck Wild's page, the producer from legendary DITC, legendary producer. When I first heard that he was doing some production on an upcoming album by Black Rob, I was like, okay, this should be a little bit different. And when I noticed that Black Rob actually dropped a single a couple months ago with Black Thought from the Roots, a song that's pretty dope that's on this album, I was like, okay, I like this. But I was even more shocked when I heard that Black Rob posthumously was going to be releasing a double album. I kind of chuckled. I'm not going to lie. I laughed, but my eyebrows was raised a little bit. It kind of piqued my interest. And upon listening to this album yesterday, as soon as it came out, I can honestly say that this is one of the dopest albums out currently right now. This is the E41 podcast. I'm Anthony AP. Go ahead and like this video. And if you like this content right here, check out some of my other material on this channel. And it's very important that you subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate you. But anyway, back to my guy, BR. Rest in peace, rest in paradise to Black Rob, who passed away almost like 2 years now? It's almost been somewhere around there. Black Rob is criminally underrated as far as being not only a dope MC, but being one of the best storytellers in hip hop. Listen, I would be sitting up here lying to you if I said that he wasn't in the top 5 of storytellers in hip hop. I'm going on record by saying that, especially his first album, which was Life Story. This album right here, we're talking about Life Story 2. Double CD. This album has like what, if I can remember off the top of my head, like 30 tracks on it, if not maybe 31, but somewhere like around close to 30 tracks on it, if not 30 on the dot. And all of these songs, man, are dope. There's not one whack or mediocre track on the album. I don't know when the time frame that this material was recorded. Black Rob, BR, still sounds good. You know, I know he had his health ailments. So I'm assuming this material has been recorded within the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years. Like I said at the top of the vid, Buck Wild from DITC is doing production. And D-Dot, Derek Angeletti, if I'm pronouncing that right, but D-Dot of the legendary Hitman from Bad Boy back in the days, who did a lot of Biggie's production on Life After Death. D-Dot was one of the best in-house producers on Bad Boy, seriously, back in the day. And if you don't know who D-Dot is, he's also known as the voice of the Mad Rapper. But the production on this album, man, is very crisp, very up to date. It doesn't sound like it's an early 2000s production. It sounds like it's very 2023. And D-Dot has some damn heat on this album. I can't lie. I've been sleeping on D-Dot just because he hasn't really came out with that much production in the last 20 years since that last Biggie album, you know, Life After Death. His name really doesn't ring bells when you think of top hip hop producers. But listening to this material, you can clearly see why D-Dot is at the top of his game still after being in the game for 25 years. So shout out to D-Dot. The production on this album is very good, very solid, dope production. Black Rob showcases his storytelling on a lot of songs, a lot of tracks on this album. I can't run down every single song because, like I said, it's a double album, believe it or not. But some of my favorite songs, I will tell you, are Mum's the Word, Step Up, They Know Me, Full Moon, Shiesty, which is a storytelling joint about a female that's shiesty. I love that track. More, Get Dough, On My Own. A club joint, you know, female joint / club joint called Shake It. Very catchy sample in that. Another track I like is called Holla At Me First, No Love, Shake 'Em Down. If you like dope hip hop, dope production, this is the album for you. This is a worthy title, Life Story 2. And it's a follow-up. And a lot of times when, you know, rappers come out with albums that's supposed to be a sequel to their first album or sequel to a sequel title, it doesn't live up to expectation. This album fully lives up to that expectation of his debut album, Life Story, which was on Bad Boy. So, and this album, by the way, is not on Bad Boy Records, but Diddy does make an appearance on this album. He's featured on the track, actually. Thank you for watching so much, yo. I appreciate you. The E41 podcast, and until later, peace.
Now found data phenom, not gonna boast for the I started around. Get this cause I won't repeat it. Champions be defeated, I'll be the top seed.